Let's get into it. Episode 707, Soul Not For Sale podcast. White people, do not give into this. Have you seen these black people who are training people in like anti-racism? They're the diversity, equity, and inclusivity people, the DEI people. Please don't fall for this, white people. Don't give into this type of thing. If you're a good person, you're a good person. You don't have to take the extra step that someone else is telling you that you have to take. Please don't fall for stuff like this. Let me just play this clip. This is ridiculous. Let's go.
White people do not inherently have empathy. And it's something that I've talked about for more than a year. And one of the reasons is because it has not been modeled. If you look at the epigenetic nature of white folks, especially European Americans, white American people, there is this long-standing history of violence. And there has been no effort, no intentions, no work for white people to unpack it. So it doesn't really matter what type of community. It doesn't matter what the effort. White people don't have any practice in doing anything that is anti-oppressive. The things they have practiced doing together is violence, right? Is coming together to do what? Overthrow the government. Coming together to do what? Perform a lynching. Coming together to what? Perform violence, win a war, play a game, do a thing, right?
Play a game, do a thing. You know what? I gotta agree with her there, white people. When you come together to play a game, it's a bit much. And to do a thing? Come on, guys. You can't be out there doing things. Comparing overthrowing the government to performing a lynching is incredible. Just incredible. But that's how they do this. Overthrowing the government, lynching, a game, a thing. So it's anything and everything. Everything and everything they do is wrong. This is amazing. And this is why I say don't fall for it. It's not just a TikTok video. This is what she does. She gets paid to do this. She gets paid to blacksplain life to white people. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. And when has she ever witnessed a bunch of white people overthrowing the government? Is she talking about the Civil War? Is that what she's talking about? Where they abolished slavery? Is she talking about that one? What other time has this happened? Jeez. But so leftist. She's talking about J6. Ridiculous. Let's keep going.
Others. What has to happen first and foremost before there's any movement for white folks around change, around justice, around progress, is they have to first unpack that inherent violence that sits in them. Now, they cannot do that, right, unless they're under some sort of leadership, coaching, and mentorship of people who are more marginalized than they are. So what happens in these other spaces where you may have neurodivergent folks or queer folks or, whatever, right? There are all these other marginalized identities that people fail to realize that unless you are black, those other marginalized identities do not outweigh the marginalization of black people. And when black people are queer or neurodivergent or,
That's enough. Jesus. This is incredible. She's like, she's basically just saying white people need training. Imagine there was another guy, sounded like me, but he was white. And he's just like, you know what, black people, you need you need training. You just need training. You need it. If you're just too violent. Could you imagine? Oh my gosh. And listen, not for nothing. I'm not going to sit here and say black people are more violent, but I've seen some violence at times from black people and white people and people in general. It's incredible that she gets paid for this. This is what she does. You walk into an office and she looks at you just like this. And she says, white, just like I thought. coming into my office unannounced. You don't own this place. That's for sure what she does. And then you pay her $500. And then you pay her $500 for her anti-racist training. And the label of this video, anti-racist activist. What does it even mean? Teaching white people how to be nonviolent, aka compliant. Like, what? And she's like, and you notice how she's just like, the only people who can do this are people like that's what she was about to say. Then she's like more marginalized than them. So it's anybody else can teach you guys how to do this, because you guys can't do it on your own. Imagine, I should pay a guy to do that. I should pay a white guy to make that video. And then when people get mad, I'm just going to put the two videos side by side and just be like, I guess this is a problem, huh? I guess people shouldn't talk like this. Hey, this is so crazy. So amazing. And of course, I dug deeper. Because I'm like, who is this? I just found her on Twitter. And I was like, who is this? Vonda. Her name's Vonda. Vonda Page. She makes videos like this. Here's another lesson for white people. 3 things well-meaning white people do to harm black people. That's right, gentlemen, ladies, check your privilege.
3 things that well-meaning white people do to harm black people, even if it's unintentionally. The first is you show up in spaces that are specifically designed for black people, such as a conference, a program, an event, and you show up unannounced without even checking to see if you should be there. Number 2,
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, my wife just did that. She just came in downstairs, unannounced, didn't check if it was okay with me. You know what I mean? Just came in, just whiten the place up. You know what I mean? Pumpkin spice everywhere now. Just it's so crazy she gets paid to do this. Wow. She gets paid to just make white people feel bad. Wow. I'm telling you. See, I hate when people use the term grifter, because they'll use it for anything. Like all the branding that people use, misogynistic, racist, all this, they just use it just like that. They just hand it out like nothing. Grifter is, you're supposed to keep that. You can't just see someone on YouTube and be like, they're saying a thing, they're a grifter, I see what it is. No. This is a grifter. This is what a grifter is. Somebody who comes and says they are anti-racist, an anti-racist activist, and says that they're going to train white people. And do you notice what she was just talking about? She's just talking about segregation. She's like, you're coming into places that are only for black people. You're using the black fountain. What's wrong with you? Why are you using the black fountain? There's plenty of white ones. Let's keep this separated here. It's so ridiculous, man. But you know what? And it's like, it's funny when I say that about segregation or whatever. But at the same time, that's what they try to do. That's the divide they're trying to put between black and white people. They want the division. They want it. And ladies like this, they help. I was trying to dig deeper. I bet you she's trained. I don't want to say a trained Marxist, but she's probably in that realm of things. She probably knows a lot about socialism. She probably wear a Che Guevara shirt from time to time, probably looks at that whole thing like a freedom. You know what I mean? Definitely pro-Palestine, which I mean, probably pro-Hamas. It's okay to be pro-Palestine. She's probably pro-Hamas. She's probably just like freedom fighters. You know what I mean? Wow. I'm not even playing the rest of the clip. Nah, we're not doing that. Here, I got one more.
To the top of my profile is a video where I talk about 3 ways white people unintentionally harm black people. And I want to give white people who have friends or family members who are black 3 tips for the upcoming holiday. First and foremost, you as a white person are not going to know how your black family member, your black friend, your black partner or spouse feel about other people with whom they come into contact that are white. And one of the reasons is because racism Anti-blackness is the number one thing that white people lie about. So you may introduce your friend, your spouse, your partner, your kids, your parents, whoever, to another white person because you believe that that person is a safe white person because that person has never said the N-word around you, or that person has never done anything to make you believe that they are anti-black, don't like black people, or have, racist viewpoints. That does not mean that, number one, that person has been honest with you. It does not mean, number two, that you really know that person well enough. And number three, it does not mean that you have done anything to uncover your own blind spots or deeply unpack your own anti-blackness. No.
Wow. That was so, if you listen close to that, that was wild. She just went from this is what you can do to keep black people safe and introduce them to proper people. And then it got turned right back around to the white person and how you're anti-black and analyze that. It's so wow. She's getting paid for this. She's getting paid to bully white people, basically. Getting paid to make white people feel bad. And the reason I say don't fall for this, because there's for sure, there are white people who watch this and they go, yes, I should figure that out. I should figure out which one of my white friends are safe for my black friends. I have to coddle my black friends. Like that's what it sounds like. You have to coddle your black friends. They're not able to just walk into situations and just be okay. You have to be the one to make sure that they're okay constantly. Oh, man. Again, I said it in another video. Teachings like this, as much as it seems like it may be empowering to certain people, it's putting black people in a lower position. And then it's putting white people in a shameful position. And that's the game. Shame one, lower the other, and just keep doing it. Shame one, lower the other, and keep them divided. Done. I can't believe, like, imagine this is how your mind works. Like what she's saying. Imagine this is how your mind works. Imagine stretching your mind to the point where you think like this. And you start like as a white person, you start thinking all of these things. It would make you, it would make you more racist. It kind of would. You'd be walking into situations like, I don't know if I can introduce you to Jim. Listen, Jerome, I don't know if I can introduce you to Jim. I'm not sure he's a safe white. Okay? Because, you're a proud black man, and I want you to be okay, Jerome. Okay? So let's keep you around some safe whites. Okay? Jerome would be like, what did you just say to me? I need you around some safe whites. I'm keeping you safe, Jerome. Get in the car. Kidnap Jerome, bringing him around the safest white people he can find. Absolutely ridiculous. Let me know what you think in the comments of all this. And if you have fallen for stuff like this, or if you've had to take stuff like this at work, I'm telling you, reject these ideas. These are not good ideas. These are not. Look, I'm black. She's black. And she has say, I'm black. I override. Overridden. Where's my gavel? Overruled. Comment, like, subscribe. I'm out.